Around 60% of the African population relies on agriculture for income, but crop yields lag behind the rest of the world. One reason? A lot of farm work on the continent is still done by hand.
There's a dearth of mechanization on the continent of Africa. I think if you look at the global average for tractors per 100 square kilometers, it's about 200 tractors. In Africa, we're about 8, even less so in places like Nigeria and Kenya.
With limited income and access to credit, machinery tends to be too expensive for small-scale farmers to buy.
So Kenya alone needs about 104,000 tractors to meet the mechanization gap that it has. We see this even greater in some countries like Nigeria, which has a deficit of 700,000 tractors.
So, Hello Tractor came up with a way for farmers to use existing equipment more efficiently, almost like an Uber service for tractors.
Hello Tractor is an agriculture technology company. We have IoT-enabled web and mobile platforms that connect farmers with mechanization service providers or tractor owners. The tractor comes to them, does the work. They now don't have to own a tractor outright because it doesn't make sense for them to if they just own a small piece of land. They're never going to be able to pay back that tractor. But if they're getting the tractor that can service their land in a matter of hours instead of days or weeks by manual labor, that saves them a lot of time.
In Kenya's breadbasket, it's the end of the dry season. In a few weeks, these fields will be planted with maize. Tractor owners must exploit the short but busy planting season.
I'm able to rent it out to my neighboring farmers, move around with it around the country, and I can make some small amount of money from it, as well as pay the operator. The opportunity with it is we can plan ourselves easily. When the season kicks in, I can plan for it.
The majority of Kenya's farms are small. Rather than send out a machine to individual plots that can be distant and scattered, tractor owners are able to cluster jobs in one area.
So now the tractor owner, instead of seeing a demand from one farmer from 1 acre, is seeing an aggregated demand from 30 farmers for 35, 40 acres. And that becomes more economically viable for the tractor owner to service.
A tracking device installed on the machine allows owners to monitor and manage their tractor from afar.
When it is moving around, I can tell how much fuel it has used to move from point A to B. I can tell how many acres it has done per day. It gives me and alerts me on when service is due. It's not like it's going to be an emergency, or we need to service it the following day in the morning. It will alert me about 2 or 3 weeks earlier than, or maybe several hours. So I can look into how many hours I need to put when I'm renting it out, how many kilometers I need to cover to reach a particular farmer. There's a lot that goes in that is really wonderful.
Small farm owners are the backbone of Kenya's food production, growing around 3/4 of what the country consumes. For them, access to the latest machinery can be a game changer for income and soil quality.
Wakati ninatumia hii tinga,
this new tractor has a lot of benefits compared to the old one because it does not disrupt the soil.
Folu dreams of ever greener pastures, eventually moving the company beyond their namesake, tractors.
Mechanization is beyond just plowing or land preparation, but it goes to things like planting or spreading fertilizer or spraying or planting or harvesting at the end of the day, right? So we really see this progression. Now that we have the customer, how do we move them to a highly engaged customer who's doing 3 and more services with us per season?
Africa is the fastest growing continent in the world, and the UN estimates the population of sub-Saharan Africa will nearly double by 2050. Improving crop yields is key for feeding the future.
I don't think anybody knows the ceiling when it comes to working with smallholder farmers and really solving this food security challenge, right? So it's the challenge that drives me, but it's also knowing that there's a huge potential out there. The large percentage of the workforce is in agriculture. 40% of the continental GDP is agriculture. You know, you just start to see the impact that inputs and innovations in agriculture can have at a micro level, but also at a macro level. Once we can unlock and really tie the dots together, I think that we'll be able to impact our communities and the countries that we serve in a bigger way, much bigger than probably we can even imagine right now.